Okay. Hey everyone, I'm back. And you're probably wondering why a few weeks ago I said I would be playing Horizon Zero Dawn Saturday. Well, it's I know it's been a few weeks, but you have a right to know. Friday, March 4th, after I did my stream, one of my dogs had gotten out, and unfortunately, one was tragically hit by a car and died. And really it really upset me, messed me up. So that's one of the reasons why I was not streaming for a while, because I needed some time to myself because my mind was not at 100% and I didn't think it would be good for me to stream. So that's what's been going on. And actually, last Sunday, I was going to stream. However, my hotspot device was not working. It wasn't working right. I kept getting an H, and I was right. It's because AT&T screwed something up on their end. So, but the good news is I got that fixed, and I also it has a new SIM card and everything, so it should be working for like it's supposed to. And also, if you read the title, it says not on my new PC, which means eh, if you read, if you kept up to date on Twitter, I've been building a PC, and but also, oh wait, I'm trying to mention. I don't know why, but saying we are getting a puppy. It's gonna be a Great Pyrenees poodle mix, but the puppy's still young and so it's not old enough to leave mother, so we're gonna have to wait a while before we can get the puppy. But as I was saying with the PC, is I was I've been working on building a gaming high end gaming PC, and I couldn't and it's built and everything. All of it's done. I couldn't have done it alone. I had Ray Raven, Rev, and Herb, the guys, and I will be put. I know Ray and Rev. I know they stream. So when I do use, so when I get a chance, I am gonna make a panel for the PC, and I'm gonna be adding the links to their channel, so you get and go see them because they're really guys, and I'm grateful for them helping me out with the PC. Because, to be honest, if it wasn't for them, I couldn't have gotten the PC done. I would still be working on it, and I'd be figuring out which wire goes where. But unfortunately, even though the PC is built and Windows has been installed, I still cannot use it. Why? Because the people that do these tutorials on how to build a PC, and also the manufacturers, they left out one crucial part. Do you want to know what that part is, chat? They forgot to mention that I would need a Wi-Fi adapter card to make the PC be able to use Wi-Fi. Which, in my opinion, if you ever post or repeat it, I find it ridiculous. Very ridiculous that they would fail to mention a crucial part of PC building, which is in, as I know, and you honestly know, that when it comes to a PC, it needs Wi-Fi. Even if you're just using an Ethernet cable, you need to have the option to use Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. So with that, I'm gonna have to hold off on getting everything set up for the PC because I have no Wi-Fi on it. Not because my ISP Wi-Fi is down, but because it doesn't have the ability to use Wi-Fi because manufacturers didn't think to put that in the motherboard, which is, as I said before, ridiculous. So I'm gonna, but not to worry. I order one of you guys that helped me, Herb, he gave me the link to a part and I ordered it yesterday, so it should be coming in on Monday. And when it comes in, I'm going to be installing it and do what I need to do on the PC. I don't have any photos of the PC yet because you know how they take a while to transfer from devices. Well, at least where I am, because I'm in internet hell. But and also I have some other big things is with my model. I am currently working on a new version of it where actually it's going to be still be the same model, the base of it at least. It's just that I'm adding new textures to it. Like I redid the jacket and I'm going to be redoing the body. I'm the skin texture. I don't know if I'll be changing that. I'll probably just change how the nose setup is when you get this. This model was originally Vroid, and while Vroid is good, but they do have some drawbacks, which they could easily improve. Which, if they gave it the ability to use Substance Painter, it would actually, I think, improve a lot of stuff on Vroid if they made it to where it could use Substance Painter. But I'm good. But today, and I am gonna work on getting the swing of things, and hopefully that this part comes in on Monday and I can get this into the new PC and get everything working. And it's really high end. And I may have done the building process, but without Ray Raven, Rev, and Herb helping me, I couldn't have done it without them. So I want. So thanks, guys, for helping me out with it. I really do appreciate it. And once the PC is up and running, I do plan on scheduling to where I can do some 3D modeling streams. But it won't. But I'm not going to do the gem stream until we hit that goal, which you can see right in the left. Well, actually, it would be my right, but no doubt for you, it's your left. So with that, why don't we go ahead and get back into Horizon Zero Dawn, because it's been a while, and I know I'm close to finishing the story, and I really do enjoy the DLC. So why don't I switch us over and we go ahead and get over there. Oh, wrong one. I put us at the PC one, and it being and it's deciding to be in a dick. Lovely. Back to streaming is already causing problems for us. And just I'll be right back, and I'm gonna press continue. Okay, I'm back. sure that my goggle effect is working. And it's not. It's choosing to do the thing where I have to re-sign it again. Hold on a sec. Hold on, that's what I want. I really wish this thing would quit making me have to always go back and redo it. Okay, I'm back. And flow effect is not working. Audio issue. I don't know what you guys are. Yeah, much better. I don't know what it was, but I was having a bit of an audio issue on my end.
An old remedy.
Sorry, I almost forgot. I need to check. I almost forgot I need to check something to make sure it's not doing it. Because one thing that ate up a lot of my data was did updates when I didn't want it to do them. Let me just check my PlayStation real quick to see if it's trying to do updates at all. Nope. That's okay. Good. And also, I wish Steam would quit popping up. Okay.
Save these for the trail.
What was that? Oh crap, a Ravager. And I have no wire. Great. Hey, Fire Dragon, long time no see. I'm doing a lot better. I hope your day's been going well. I know it's been a while since I last streamed, but you know what the circumstances. And also, with the PC, it's been built. However, see, I still can't use it yet because it weren't here. But the thing was, if you look at tutorials on how to build a PC, they forgot to do one crucial thing. They forgot to mention you needed a Wi-Fi adapter card in the PC in order for it to use Wi-Fi. So I have to wait for that part to come in. I will be posting pictures of it, of the PC later on. So even though it doesn't have Wi-Fi, I still managed to get it working and everything thanks to some friends helping me out. And I'm getting back into the swing of things by playing Horizon Zero Dawn because if I remember, I'm close to finishing the story on it. Time to give those Oseram some. And turn this down. Okay, let's see. Those long legs just won't leave me alone, will they? Oh great, more machines coming after me. Well, not off to a good start, but I guess this is what happens when you take a few weeks off. Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do, but after that, we also have the DLC to do. Into the frozen wilds of Yellowstone. Because I'm pretty sure, if I remember when I played the Frozen Wilds the first time around, we're in Yellowstone because of the volcano. And also because of all the volcanic activity. And if I remember, I think I'm 2 levels away from that. Go away, Glintox.
There's the Scrounger's campsite, so the workshop can't be far. If I can find a way around the avalanche.
Before I go any further, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get some supplies because I am really low. I don't have any wires. I don't have health, so I'm gonna go back here so I can get some supplies. And Fire Dragon, I think you're really gonna like how the PC looks when you and the other everybody else are gonna like how the PC looks, because the PC it has RGB colors on it, and what's neat is I have a button on it where I can change the colors of it.
I don't.
Yeah, when it comes to DLCs and when they're level based, you want to make sure that you have the right level when you're doing the mission, because if you're not, it makes things a whole lot tougher. That's why when I do things, I try to make it to where I'm at the level or just above the level of anything is leveled. Like, for example, I played Star Wars The Old Republic. I made the mistake on my first character in Star Wars The Old Republic of not doing all the quests. But then again, I wasn't familiar. It was a few times I had played an our MMO RPG on the computer, and I was playing Sith Inquisitor, but I didn't know any better, and I skipped a lot of the side quests and didn't do like the when more people were the flashpoints a whole lot, because I didn't care about that. I cared about doing the story, and unfortunately, by not doing the quests, I couldn't get my level up to where I needed, or it would just take a long time to do it. So what I did is I scrapped it, and I chose to establish what I could from that one, and I did Jedi Knight, and that run went a lot better. Let's see. Yeah, Echo Shell. I need Echo Shells, a lot of them. I think I'm good on Blaze. Get a travel pack. Oh, I probably should get some potions. Oh, I didn't realize it required wire. I got a lot of chill water in these. I can probably sell some of these. And I think I'll sell a metal burn. And some sparklers. Oh, speakers. Oh, we know they are sparkers.
Be prepared.
But I really miss streaming, because for a while, even though I didn't feel like it, I did want to stream, but I didn't feel like my mind was fully after the event that happened on March 4th.
If I can find a way around the avalanche.
But you weren't here for it. I don't know if you were here when you heard me say Fire Dragon, but we are getting a puppy. Mainly the reason we're getting a puppy is because I got another dog and he's depressed because he doesn't have a companion. He's been more staying close to us, and he needs a companion. So we're getting a female. The puppy we're getting is a female Great Pyrenees poodle puppy, and the puppy is black and white, but the puppy's still too young to leave the mother, so we have to wait a few weeks until the owners say the puppy is ready to leave the mother. And I know when we do get the puppy, I'm gonna have to make sure the doors stay shut, because as you know, puppies like to chew, and I don't need a puppy chewing on my cords, because if they chew up the cords, something important, not only would the puppy get zapped, I don't need it. It's unhealthy for the puppy to be chewing on electrical cords. Okay, which way do I go? Go this way? Yeah, I go this way. Well, kind of expected that to happen, considering. Oh, I'm pretty sure she will. And it's always nice to have a puppy around. I do enjoy puppies. I find them really cute, and kittens. One thing that's my weakness is puppies and kittens. When I see them, I'm like, oh my god, the cuteness. And I'm pretty sure once we bring the puppy home, the name of my dog is Strider. He's a black lab. I'm pretty sure when we bring the puppy home, his eyes are just probably gonna go bug-eyed. He'll be like wagging his tail, like, "What's this? What's this?"
dummy.
Freaking fight. Yeah, because, you know, long legs. They look exactly like roosters. Or are they meant to look more like terror birds? What the? I don't know what that's for. Sorry about that. That was my phone, which I don't know why it's off. Sorry about that. I had a. Yeah, I'm not used to using a smartphone yet, and the thing was going off. For a while, I mainly just used a flip phone. However, I switched to using a smartphone when a flip phone I accidentally left in my camouflage pants pocket. I accidentally left it in there, and when my mom did the laundry, it apparently was still in there, and it got destroyed in the wash. That was all on me.
I'll do what I have to.
Come on over here, Watcher. Come on. Come on over. Sit back and watch the show. It takes care of that problem.
Good Lord brought that Stormbird here. If I find any and destroy them, the machine should leave.
Stormbirds. They're tough to take on. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. Wants me to kill the Stormbird? That's gonna be tough. Crap, that didn't work. Okay, I don't have to attack. I don't have to kill a Stormbird then. By taking out those devices and made it to where I didn't have to do that. So that would have been a tough fight.
So Dervahl was behind these lures. Brilliant. And dangerous. Now to bring word back to Pitchcliff.
In my opinion, when it comes to Stormbirds, they're worse than Glinthawks because they use electricity, and not to mention they're hard to take down. But then again, they are bigger targets, and so it does make it easier to latch onto them with the rope caster.
You'll be happy to know I found another one of those lures and destroyed it. Should be the last you'll hear of it.
By fire and spit, you went above and beyond. How do you know there won't be any more?
The workshop where I found it was long abandoned. You're safe.
Good. My troops want to spit and shake your hand, as my brother would have.
How about
On
instead of
behalf
spit, you just
Pitchcliff
shake
and
my hand?
family, I thank you.
How about instead of spit and shake my hand, you just shake my hand, because... Oh, it's 8 times, so time. The tactical. Now that that mission's over, time to get back to the story. Yeah, I don't remember the name because most of the time when I played Horizon Zero Dawn, like I am right now, I mainly just used the bow and arrow, and also and also the trip caster, and of course the rope, the tie rope. So if I could use the swords that I made, that would be something, because the way I made the swords, they're meant to be like lightsabers, but but lore-wise, they're much harder to craft because of the complexity and the time it takes to make one, lore-wise. And it depends on elemental affinity that you have will determine what element it uses. The thing is with my character, even though even though I'm an ice demon, I have the ability to also have affinity for all the affinity elements, because of how long ancient demons have lived, have connections to all the other elements. So essentially I can use every element, but the main ones would top ones would be ice and fire, which is why the color of the blade on Ivory Fire is red. I originally was just gonna make one blade, but I decided to make Ivory Fire because dual wielding is fun to do. And actually with my swords, I do plan on making it into where my model can use them, like in Unreal Engine and Unity, Unreal Engine or Unity. But I have to hold off on learning how to do that, or trying to attempt it until I can get that Wi-Fi card and get all the other stuff I need for the stream, and get, not to mention, other programs installed onto the PC. With building the PC, I would have to say the most difficult part would have to be putting the wires in, putting the wires together, because there are so many wires, and that I think was the toughest part because of the awkwardness of, like, for example, the motherboard cable. It's a big black one. That one was tough to do because of the position, the way I had to turn it, and the cable was really stiff, so it was hard to really turn it and get it into place. The easiest parts I would have to say are to put in so far, because I don't know how tough it's going to be with the Wi-Fi adapter card that I ordered. It's probably not going to be hard because I know where it's supposed. I know because Herb showed me where it's supposed to go. But the most easiest ones I had no problem getting in was the CPU, the SSD, which is the system storage drive, the RAM sticks, and of course the GPU. And I need to figure out how to get over there because I think I'm missing something. Okay, how am I supposed to get up there? I don't see a way to get up there from here.
Scrabbling a bit.
Better check the map. Oh, that explains it. I'm nowhere near it. I have to go on the other side, so I need to go here. I thought I was heading towards it, but apparently I wasn't. Yeah.
Need them soon enough.
Tramplers. Definitely want to avoid them. Well, until you get real close to them. Because it's fun to watch them go on a rampage. Overriding time.
It's over. Fight's on.
Oh crap. They're after me. Time to run. Another trampler site. Okay, let's see. Where am I? Okay, keep going this way. And with the texture revisions I'm doing on my model, when everything's done, I think you all are gonna like it because it looks really good. I did the jacket and I added some bracers onto the arms, and they looked really good. The jacket design is gonna be the same. I did some tiny alterations, like I shortened the sleeves and everything, so you can see the bracers on. But the design is about the same. However, I have improved on the texturing. I cleaned it up a bit, the jacket a bit, because from the way it was done when I had it in Vroid.
Saving these for the trail.
But what's good is with the two main colors, the blue and the red on the jacket, I will be able to, if I want to, I can make alternate colors to it. Like, for example, you know how my jacket's blue and red? How do you think it will look if I inverted the colors where the blue is red and the red is blue? It must be getting close because I'm seeing eclipse right here. Oh, they're bandits.
The way to the mountain will be hard. Ferocious machines prowl every step of the climb.
More corrupted.
Not corrupted, but they will not tolerate humans.
So what else is new?
When I can, I'm most likely, if I get Horizon Forbidden West, most likely going to be the PS4 version since I don't have a PS5 yet, which I really wish I did. But the one I would need would be the one with the disc drive on it, because that way I can play both PS5 and PS4 games. The one game with the PS5 I'm really excited to come out is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic remake. Because that, when I first saw that trailer, my mind was blown of how well they did that one. And it looks like I'm gonna be going up into the mountains, so I should probably switch the outfit to the winter. Oh, that's... Okay, so where do I go? Oh, I go up. Thought I had to go down.
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
While I may not have Horizon Zero Dawn, when I do complete this, I do have two other games I know I want to play, which is Scarlet Nexus and Tales of Arise. But if you had to choose between the two, which one would you want me to see playing after Horizon's done? So I'm leaning more towards Tales of Arise, because I've been wanting to play because I'm a fan of the Tales of series, mainly because the first one I played was Systeria, then I would just say then it was Berseria, and I really enjoyed Berseria. It was the fun game. I would have to say it was a lot more fun than Berseria was a lot more fun than Cysteria, because there was this boss in Cysteria where if you didn't do enough damage, he would one-shot your entire party. And I can't override the Stalker. Oh, you haven't? Well, probably they're anim. A lot of people, but they're anime RPG games. Tales of Arise is where you're controlling, going, with the Tales games. The games are always different on the games. I do know with one of them they had 1 and 2, but the Tales games, each game has their own story. But I know they've done Tales games where multiple characters from past Tales games would be in them. Scarlet Nexus is basically, you have 2 different stories you could choose from, and they all coincide with each other. However, they have 2 separate stories and diverge from each other. They have linked parts in the game, if I remember, but you had to play both characters in order to get like the full story in the whole game. So that one would be a long one, because once I do one character, I would have to go and do the other character. But if I remember, I think they had it to where whatever I do in the first one, it will transfer over to the second. But if you want to learn about Scarlet Nexus, Fire Dragon, there is actually an anime on Scarlet Nexus you can watch. Oh wait, I forgot I need to go back. I'll have to go back up.
Stalkers in the open. Watchers on the other side.
It does sound interesting, and not to mention the music's pretty good in it too. Another series I like playing is the God Eater series. I really enjoyed playing those. And there's, I don't know if you heard of Fire Dragon, but there's a game called Code Vein, and it's related to the God Eater series. However, is a bit different from how the God Eater games are. But what's neat is that Code Vein and the God Eater games, they're in the same universe. And if you ever want to play a Code Vein, I will warn you, it is like Dark Souls, but I feel it's a little more balanced than Dark Souls, because one thing, you got a companion that helps you. Ah, crap. Time to run. Oh, I forgot to change my outfit back. Forgot it does that when I die. As say with the outfit on, I have to change it back.
Do they think they're guarding Gaia?
I doubt they think at all. More like an instinct, gathering them to her grave.
I'm trying to. It's hard to do it when you got Glinthawks around, because they're always constantly firing at you, and it makes it hard to see, and I can't see a thing right now because I'm trying to thing on. Okay, so that's where I need to go.
Look out below!
Hopefully, I don't have to go back down and fight them. Ah, here it is. Working. Just making sure everything's still working. Okay. What is going on here? Why not going up? Yo. Uh-oh.
Clever. Guessing that I'm almost there.
Correct.
Made it. That was a bit intense.
Guy's sacrifice. It did this. Cracked the inside of the mountain like it was an egg.
Yes, yes. Quickly now. I've prepared the way ahead for you.
So you've been in here before.
To a point. You'll see.
You made a climbing path for me, but left an army of machines for me to deal with?
Since when were machines any obstacle for you? If you could fly, I wouldn't have bothered with a climbing path either.
I know jetpacks right now are they are a thing, but they're not like they are with the Mandalorian jetpacks.
Down.
But I'm pretty sure one day, if technology keeps advancing like it does, we'll eventually have jetpacks like the Mandalorians. Star Wars. Gaia Prime.
This is exactly the kind of place I expected to find you in, Silence.
Thank you. It's one of many workshops I've constructed over the years. For years, I tried to get through this hatch. I drilled, I burned, I blasted. But we both know that you won't have any trouble getting through.
You make it sound like I should apologize.
Not at all. It never occurred to me that the way through would not be with force, but with a key. key in human form. The failure of imagination was mine, not yours.
Looks like you've spent a lot of time here.
19 years ago, a great explosion destroyed this mountain. Gaia's death, your birth. The echo could be heard as far as the claim. Ash darkened the skies. How they fretted in Meridian as they tried to read this omen. The crater burned for weeks, but when it cooled, I was the first to behold what lay within. Over time, the machines closed ranks to protect it. Useful. Soon, no one dared to come here. Except me.
I thought you might actually be here this time. Actually, here.
Why? My presence is unnecessary. You don't need my help to pass through this door. You were the one born to do this, not me.
In her message, Gaia said we could restore her, but after seeing the damage, how could that be?
She said any effort to repair her must come after Hades is destroyed. I concur. Rebuilding the terraforming system now might allow Hades to use it as a weapon. Because of Gaia's sacrifice, it has been forced to search for means that are less convenient.
But do you think it's even possible to restore Gaia?
You know what the Cauldrons are capable of. How they fabricate any technology necessary to create a machine. By the same principle, it should be possible to replicate every technology necessary to repair Gaia. But that would take years, and we're counting the time we have left by the hour.
It's time for me to head in.
Yes. When you find the Master Override, you will gain the power to defeat Hades. Everything depends on you.
Okay, here we go.
Genetic identity confirmed. Entry authorized. Greetings, Dr. Somak. You are clear to proceed.
Mind your footing.
Oh, I think I'm supposed to go down. And look how big this is. Uh-oh. Okay, that was all my fault. I didn't mean to do that. Yeah. That's funny. Whoop. Nope, dead.
Guess that's my way.
Yeah, no doubt this is why reason complexity like something like Horizon, and why it took a few
It's,
years, why
held
we
like this for 19 years, right?
Well,
Don't answer.
I agree with you, Fire Dragon. It is nice to see how complexity, and if you're and how long it's been since this came out compared to they just released Forbidden West. No doubt the reason they held off on just doing 1 or 2 years to release Horizon is to make sure that the game was running really smoothly. It did not have a lot of bugs like compared to how like with CD Projekt Red or Bethesda, how they done like with Fallout 76. Because the reason those games, I played them and I enjoyed them, but when like with Cyberpunk, I really noticed the bugs, because there was a part where in Cyberpunk I was in the diner, and the game, it kept crashing repeatedly in the same spot a bunch of times. I would constantly get application error, and it would constantly happen. And the problem with CD Projekt Red, the reason it had such a bad launch date was because while I know a lot of people were excited, but what they should have done, I'm glad I got to play it, but what they should have done was waited until the game was like fully playable, like there were no bugs or anything like causing crashes or anything. Because I don't know if I'll ever build like a full game, but if I was to make a video game, I would make sure everything was working. And with the DLCs, I would make sure like they are close or almost done before I would release the full game, because that way people can enjoy the game the way it's meant to be without having to worry about bugs or crashes. And
Glad that's over.
and not to mention, when I first saw the credits, I was amazed of how many people it showed that worked on this game. A lot of time and effort went into this game, and in my opinion, that's how you get a good game, is when you take the time and effort to make sure everything is working properly, because then that way people can enjoy the game.
This must have been where they lived. What's left of it. Once this was all enclosed by rock and metal.
Anything over here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Another reason I like this game is it combines two of my favorite genres, fantasy and sci-fi. Oh, an audio.
Record. I just woke up. I see the numbers, but can't make out the time. I was dreaming of... I was giving a lecture in Q Hall. Maybe it was something more shamanistic. I don't know. An audience of shadowy faces under a blank open sky. I told them the world ended with a bang. A plague of robots. The last humans. We went out, not with a whimper, but a whisper. You know, in caves, ending like we started, huddled around a flickering glow. The heads of state, the Fortune 5s, the leaders, and lottery winners, and life cults, all of them buried in their little shelters. Some believing they'll live it out some way, somehow, or Elysium, or us here at Gaia Prime, no different. A multitude of tiny societies taking hold, flaring, dying. Some will be beautiful, some horrific. None of them matter. Short-term civilizations. One last gasp. One last gasp before the long-held breath. Before I wake up, I know the audience is gone. I'm talking to myself. To a quiet planet. A barren sphere. Just Gaia. And her long, long dreaming. I hope she won't be lonely.
Evacuation happens so fast. No time to think things through. No time for goodbyes. There were lines in the medical ward. I told Tom Pake I'd be with him when he went under. But there was one last shipment of Paradis-Sadie zygotes I could get processed if I rushed. I'm still angry at him for forcing me to choose. Angry at myself for... Well, he died alone. And I didn't get the bloody birds of paradise saved either. All the time left in the world now to think. Gaia Prime's logs are sealed. Elysium sealed up, safe and sound. A distance of miles, but it might as well be on the other side of the galaxy. All the betas and gammas and support staff living their lives. If I hadn't been an alpha, if things had gone differently, I could have been there. Instead, I'm spending the rest of my unnatural life in here with people I don't even like. And without the one I would have gladly spent my life with. Given the chance. 2 hours since I signed off on the final executables and I'm already a bitter old man bitching to his focus. There's a thought for future generations.
Hard to imagine what they had suffered with all this isolation. Someone knowing the whole world was gonna end, and there was something you could do to stop it. And sent a lot of people into panic and isolation. That kind of stuff, but I'm glad we don't. Oh, Resident Evil. Actually, I have been thinking about playing Resident Evil like 7 and 8, because I watched footage on like Resident Evil 8, and I think I might try to play that sometime down the line. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games, so I don't know much about what happened before a whole lot about what happened before 7 and 8. But I have watched some videos, and I get the picture on some of the stuff, but not all of it. But I do know the story with 7 and 8, and I do want to try playing those. But I got other games I want to get through.
I know it.
So once I do get a lot of through games, and hopefully, because I hear one thing that's going to happen is that there's actually like an airport not far from where I am. They plan on putting broadband in there, and hopefully when they finally do get that broadband in there, hopefully I finally get like a better internet service to where I no longer have to like rely on the like my Nighthawk M1 to stream, and I can stream longer and get through a lot more games, because that's what I want to do. But right now I'm restricted to just the 3 days and 3 hours right now because of the way the situation is. I can't use my regular ISP that I have right now to stream with because it's not strong enough, and it doesn't give me the data amount that I need to stream. Even when it's hooked up to like Ethernet cables, it doesn't give me the strength I need to stream. Because when I had gotten everything in the beginning, I actually was gonna try to begin streaming like in last year at the beginning of November. However, I had to change my plans because I found out that the Wi-Fi we had, it wasn't strong enough. So, which is why I have this Nighthawk M1 to stream, because it allows me to stream at a really strong signal compared to like if I try to use the ISP I got right now. I wouldn't be able to stream as well as I am if I was to try to stream on there. But I do have games that I've gotten and I already have that I want to play. I don't think I'll be playing any of the Pokemon games because I don't have a capture card, and my PC right now is not going to have a capture card. I might look into getting a capture card down the line for the PC and installing it. But I already got a whole lot of stuff, because one thing is one of the main reasons I wanted to build this PC that I'm waiting for the card to come in so I can use it, is to advance my skills in modeling and also to do some animations, because I want to learn how to use the Unreal Engine. and use Unity 3D a lot more, because I've seen what can be done in them, and which is one reason I got the graphics card I got, is because it supports ray tracing, which I've seen, and it's really good. And I really want to get to doing that, and also to do 3D modeling streams. Like, I choose something that's simple and that I know I can model out and model it on stream. And once I get this card into this PC I built, I'm going to find a way to schedule to where I can do a modeling stream for everyone who's follows me and everything. Even though I'm not to the 50 follower mark, but I think it'd be good and nice to do a little small modeling stream, because we are getting, if I remember, we're getting close to Easter, and also I've been wanting to do it since I play Monster Hunter Stories 2, which is model out an egg and then work on choosing the design for it, which I think will be fun to watch. Fun for you guys to see how I do the process of, like, the base process of modeling out something before it goes through the other processes, like a lot of video games do.
She didn't even get a chance to unpack. These are her journals. Elizabeth's journals. And they're all destroyed?
Scan them. The Focus can rebuild them, but the process is slow. To us, it seems a powerful device, but its engine is tiny and limited.
How slow?
Days, weeks, years. Concern yourself with stopping Hades and extending the future, and you might live long enough to hear them.
Elizabeth. What is this?
This is Charles Ronson. I'm logging this 6 hours after final deployment of Gaia Prime. This morning, an access port seal malfunctioned. Gaia Prime's port seals were designed to close with a seam of less than 2 millimeters. But this one closed with a 10 millimeter gap. Enough for an energy signature to bleed through. Enough for the swarm to detect this facility. Enough for Gaia to be discovered and destroyed. Enough to end the future we worked so hard to make possible. Unless the hatch servos were manually re-engaged from the outside. I'm now switching to a recording of the event.
Well, I'm not going out there. Not what I signed up for. Either we send someone out, or all of this was for nothing. It should be Liz's decision. So when is she going to get here?
Okay, bye, Fire Dragon. I hope you get done what you need to as soon as possible, and I'll be here for another hour. And let's see. I think if I correct, like an hour and 25 minutes. So I'll still be here if you're back in that time. But thank you for coming to the stream. I do appreciate you coming back to the stream after I've been off for so long. Thank you.
Think. Oh no. Okay, everyone. I've repaired the seal. Gaia?
Seal closure at 1.4 millimeters. Confirmed.
Elizabeth, no. We'll find a way to bring you back in.
It's not gonna happen. The swarm's too close. Really. It's alright. Gaia's complete. She'll take care of things from here on out. That's what she does.
Not like this. There's so much we...
Guys, you know me. I'm no good at endings. At letting things end, so, let's not.
was the last transmission of Elizabeth Sobek. She gave everything for the hope of life on this planet. And we are all in her debt.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
You think she was better because she was smart, because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself for others, for everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life, enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
You'd hate it, Liz, but I wrote you a eulogy. I had to try to express all your children. After all Apollo has taught them, they'll think they know everything. But they have to understand what you did for them. How you loved the whole world so much. With an intensity that was dazzling. Bruising. And in the end, it killed you. Or you died for it. Different perspectives. No one could keep up with you, live up to you. I don't know, maybe if I hadn't taken that postdoc in Joburg. I'm glad you shot down the Lightkeeper protocol in the end. I don't think I could have taken seeing another one of you. I mean, Elizabeth Sobek. There's only one. I miss you. Look, Liz. You're a pretty stand-up gal. I'm sorry you died. If you had a home to go to, I hope you got there first. But this monument Ronson's made to you? Kinda creepy if you ask me. Rest in peace, Liz. God knows you earned it.
Hell, Liz. I know you're never gonna hear this. That's not the point. You got to play the savior and the martyr all at once this time. Great work.
Excuse me for a second. You check on something real quick. Okay, I'm back. Was it muted, or did I just mute? Was it only muted for a few seconds? Wait, I hope Fire Dragon. I hope you do what you need to do, and I hope you can come back to the stream. If not, there's always the VOD. I know you can watch. Okay, let's do one more up here. Let's see where that is.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Unson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in his pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
What are we gonna plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Something's telling me that Pharaoh's gone. Pharaoh, he's gone a little nuts. Again, isolation can do that.
Section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By. Subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke. Make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Hold on, I'm getting a bit of glitching. Okay, there. It seems to be good. What happened here? It doesn't look like they died naturally.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Something tells me something really bad happened because you can tell by the position of the bodies. See, look with the way they are and one falling down on the ground. Definitely something happened here. Something very terrible. But we're about to find out.
Unlocked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance? Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is, I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
Ted, it doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
Sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice, it's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard! Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Captain House.
He killed them all. Well, one of them, not to mention purged all that history and knowledge. That kind of thing, if it actually did happen, it's scary. Because knowing that everything that we've learned or gone through with just once a press of a button, all gone. And I knew that guy, Pharaoh, he couldn't be trusted. They should have made sure to keep his hands away from the keys, and because of it, all that knowledge just gone. Nowhere to be found. Or is it? Because I haven't played Forbidden West yet, so maybe they find Apollo and manage to restore all the files on knowledge.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, silence. Hope. The Master Override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it. Try not to fall to your death. The Master Override doesn't override gravity.
Keep holding, keep holding. You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the Eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the Eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian. The Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. Its code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Pharaoh robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission. To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus. Recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders have won anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot. With my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus, and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Silence. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the Master Override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Silence! Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing. I traveled far to find him. I heard your identity is not known. I'm called Silence, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine? Define timeline. Time? Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sanctum's reign. Define Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Flame merely houses intellect. Define Karja. Now that's more like it. Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing. Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse.
Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die.
You will eliminate this one. Silence.
Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you. What?
Manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing. Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Araman understand the Glinthawk that perched upon the Alight?
It speaks scripture.
Araman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
Oh, welcome back, Fire Dragon. You missed where I was in a room where all the alphas, I guess the people who were the leaders were. They were all in this room, in a sealed room, and what happened was... hold on, my device glitching a bit. As I was saying, my Ted Pharaoh, the guy that is responsible for the whole Pharaoh plague, he did something where all the info that was stored in Apollo, that would be in all the history of human civilization, all the culture and history and knowledge, he wiped it completely out. Just all of it. And after he did that, he went and killed all the alphas. And that was the last it showed. And Aloy got in the Master Override, and Silence said that he was the one that found Hades, and he was the one that activated Hades and gave it a voice and created the Eclipse. And he gave Aloy his lance to take down Hades. And so I was just going through the audio files that were here that showed what that was talking about what Silence and Hades did before when they met, and what happened after he gave the kill order, and why Silence has been helping Aloy in the first place. And Silence just left, and I'm about to build the Master Override Lance.
Avad that the Eclipse are ready to strike. After what happened with Dervahl, I know he'll defend the city. But the Spire...
And I don't see a way down. And my thing is glitching again. Hold. See if I can. Wait. Should be good. Okay. Let's see here. Even though I only have like 2 fast travel lanes, I think I can probably use one, since I'm pretty sure I'm at, and I got 3 skills. So let's see anything 3 skill wise I can unlock. It is, but that's what makes a good story, is plot twists and not knowing what's going on. But all that knowledge just gone because he thought that it would be a disease for people that would come after Barrow to know. I don't see what no one to me. When you have knowledge, that's not what makes it dangerous. It's what you do with that knowledge makes it dangerous. Knowing something doesn't make it evil, but is how you use the knowledge is what can be disastrous. No, he did not use it well at all. He failed at it, and that's what I find scary, is because when you got someone who's in power and they misuse that power, and they're not very good at using that power, and because of it, like greed and everything takes over, and they just care about making money. That's what I understand when you got someone like that, and they're willing to let a lot of catastrophe to happen just for the sake of profit.
No, I'm awake and alert.
That's what makes it scary when you got someone like Faro in charge. But what they should have done was Elizabeth, she should have put like some kind of thing in there that prevents like specifically Pharaoh from accessing the system, because that was a bit error on her, or didn't think to put that in there. Even though he was helping her, he should have made it to where and not fully trust him and made it to where he couldn't access like Apollo. Like he would have to have someone else access it first. Like only they had the key. And I'm pretty sure if it was one of the other alphas, that event where they died the way they did, where all the air in that area which is sucked out and their bodies being left in there to rot, it wouldn't have happened if they made sure to keep him away from the switch. But that's part of the plot of the game. And if they didn't, where would you have a plot for the game or be in the events like it was in the game? See I got a bunch of. I got 2 more treasure pockets. Let's see if I got anything good. Ah, rich meat, just what I need. Let me get some more fast traveling kits. Check, make sure to, I should probably make sure to get everything set up before I go in there, because no doubt I'm heading to the boss battle. Gotta make sure I have everything completely loaded, and I need to get more wire. Want to make sure I'm fully prepared. One thing when it comes to power, like the old saying in Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. Okay. I think I should go back over and quickly do a quick save, so I have everything.
The world can wait. I'm not done sitting.
I'm keeping my eyes open.
Because I think this is the final boss battle.
Don't let your guard down.
It's always the ones you least expect.
I get it, because yeah, I kind of get the joke, because nighttime. Trying to put the goggles on.
I'll be doing this till I meet the moon.
Aloy, what brings you to Meridian?
A threat. Helis commands a legion of fanatics called the Eclipse. They will attack soon from the west, with an army of ancient war machines. But that's not the worst of it. They'll bring a mind with them. God, demon, machine, whatever you want to call it. It's called Hades. And it doesn't want Meridian at all. It wants the Spire. And if it gets there, it will send out a call, waking more ancient machines, more than we could ever defeat. All will be lost. We can't let that happen.
I'm trying to understand, but my responsibility lies with Meridian.
Meridian isn't the target, Avad. You have to defend the Spire.
Perhaps the Vanguard, Your Radiance.
Yes. Send them to the Spire. Aaron knows Aloy. He won't question it.
And have the City Guard fortify the Western Ridge. There they can be seen to protect Meridian and the Elite, where the Spire rests.
Aloy, allow me to apologize for my behavior before. After everything that happened with Ursa, I was confused. If we're to fight together on the brink of life and death, I'd prefer to do so with your forgiveness.
Then you have it. As long as you don't confuse me with her again.
Even a king can learn his lesson. Good then. I'm glad that's behind us. Now, it will take time to prepare our defenses. Please, tell me what you know of our enemies. Everything.
I don't know about everything, but I'll tell you what I can.
Have you spoken to Blameless Murad?
Not yet, but I will.
He wishes to speak to you. Defensive preparations are his responsibility.
Quietly does it. Panic in the city will only create another enemy. And do keep me appraised of each new arrival. Ah, Aloy. Preparations are underway on the ridge of defenses and at the Spire. Word was sent to every corner of the Sundom. Our allies offered their steel. Some came for Meridian, others for shards. But many came for you, by name.
For me.
Don't be so humble.
The ridge will be the front line. That's where the City Guard are holding?
Yes, bolstered by some of the irregulars I spoke of before. The Oseram cannons that thundered Meridian's walls in the Liberation will now defend us. You're welcome to tour the defenses.
And the Spire. Erend and the Vanguard are there?
Indeed. Clashing breastplates together and testing out their battle cries, I suppose. A number of the Nora have also arrived at the Spire. They have resisted the offer of a royal audience. Perhaps you could parley with them.
I will. I suppose all we can do is wait for the attack.
Exactly. It's not a feeling I cherish, but our spotters at Evening Sign report there's still no movement in the west. So, if there's more you need to do elsewhere, seize this time to do it. Otherwise, I've made the apartment of Olin Delverson available to you. You can sleep there, if sleep comes.
Okay, have to go over to these defense sites.
Protect your city from the army outside its gates.
An army at the ridge. Save yourselves.
I have a matter of grace and beauty I would like to discuss with you.
Whatever you can find, get them to the gates.
Yeah, my thing's glitching again. There we go. Daybreak is approaching.
Meridian. Couldn't imagine living anywhere else.
I told you from the beginning this wouldn't be a scrap-dealing operation, that we would have class.
And I told you, a true metal seller knows to get his hands dirty.
As you wipe machine oil on my silks.
Who wears a silk apron?
It's true. Who wears a silk apron in a metal workshop when you know it's gonna get dirty?
Tried to kill our Sun King till the machine rider stopped him cold.
This marker's really far away. If it was me, if I run B1 after running up here on B1, just let me catch my breath for a moment.
It rises taller than the highest tree.
These cards are in their frilled armor look like...
War Chief Sona. War Chief, you seem uncomfortable.
The Nora do not belong here. I do not belong here. I will fight the metal devil that threatens us all, but my place is in the sacred land. The wrongness here jags at me like an arrowhead.
I'm sorry to put you through this.
Do not be sorry. This will be ended. My spear, my word.
Greetings, Aloy. Don't. You don't need to bow. The Anointed doesn't like it.
She doesn't much like being called anointed either. It means a lot to have you here, Varl.
I gave my word.
So, Meridian, what do you think?
I've seen many new things since I first met you. I should thank you.
Varl, what's wrong?
You really want to know? All right. I'm in a foreign land, a tainted land, defending a faithless city that looks like nothing I've seen. From something I can't imagine. And you, after all that's happened, all you've done, I feel like I should drop to my knees and worship you, but I know you don't want that.
Boy, things are pretty tough for you, huh? Thanks for telling the other Nora not to bow. It's the last thing I need.
Don't be too hard on them. They only joined this fight because the Anointed did it so.
Is that why you came?
No. I would have come just to see you one more time. And we must fight a metal devil, because the goddess says. Or because you say.
I think the goddess and I are in agreement. We're both glad you're here.
So am I.
I wonder how long it took, like the different costume outfits they made for Aloy. I wonder how long it took for them to go through all that process, but...
Who are these guys? They call themselves the Eclipse.
What does that even mean?
It's when the moon gets in front of the sun, idiot.
Is that supposed to sound scary or something?
I don't know. It used to be Karja. Karja are always yammering about sun and shade.
Well, if they used to be Karja, how tough can they be?
Yeah, they're best guys dressed like birds. We'll rip their little feathers off.
And let's not get cocky, boys.
But then again, they probably no doubt just had a base model of Aloy to use, and they just used the base over and over when they made the different outfits. So it cut less time once the base model was done. Plus, another thing that's good, like I use Blender, is there's a modifier called the mirror modifier where literally I only have to work on half of the model or a quarter of the model, depending on how it is. For example, like the swords I did, when I worked on them, most of the time I was just working on a quarter or a part of the model, and the mirror modifier would mimic it to where it would be in the opposite directions of it. So once that was done, all I had to got it all straightened up. All I had to do was press apply, and all the other sides applied. One reason I like the mirror modifier, because it makes things a lot easier to get done. I don't have to worry about the other sides or pieces at all. I just have to focus on one side.
Aloy. So here we are again, gearing up for a fight. Only this time it sounds like the bad guys have a lot more firepower. What are we up against, really?
I'm not sure. But there's gonna be a lot of them, and they'll have machines. And if they get past us, it's not just Meridian that will fall. The rest of the world will go with it.
That's big. It sounds like our kind of fight. Right, guys? Well, where do they put the Vanguard?
At the front of the line!
And why?
Steel before iron!
And what are we gonna do?
Hit them like a hammer till they can't hit back!
Damn right! You hear that? Nobody's getting past the Vanguard. We're here for Meridian. And we're here for you.
Thank you, Erend. Ursa would be proud.
Only if we win.
Okay, that takes us care of that part. Time to go over to the ridge. Just see where that is, and see if maybe I could just take it fast travel. And it's a lot closer, so if I just go here, I could just fast travel over, or I could just run over there. Get a drink. Stretch.
Would you like to buy something today?
Be sure everything's lined up.
See for yourself.
These aren't goods, they're necessities.
Okay.
Fine goods for a fair price.
Take Derval. They'll give him a rap on the knuckles and let him go.
Aloy, I told you I'd be here.
You did, Teb. But have your wounds even had time to heal?
Honestly, if I fought, I'd probably come undone. But don't worry, I'll leave that to the other Nora at the Spire. I brought supplies instead. These Karja have made me an honorary quartermaster, whatever that means.
It sounds impressive.
I could get used to it. We'll be setting up caches of arms and medicine under these banners. Look for them when the fighting starts. Aloy, when you went into the mountain, did the goddess tell you our chances?
She didn't need to. I know we can do this, Teb.
Maybe we can.
The Osram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his crimes.
Some Osram girl applied to the city guard the other day. Amazing.
Is that it? Oh wait. Still at the ridge, so there must be others around here. Need to talk. But I'm not seeing them. Maybe they're above.
He should pay.
Well.
Aloy?
At ease, Uthid. Meridian will be glad to have you on its side. And I am too.
The honor is mine. You saved my epitaph from being a fine soldier but a fool of a man.
I'm hoping you won't need any kind of epitaph just yet.
As the sun wills. When you found me, I was trying to eke out a glorious death. But now, a glorious life seems more preferable. Well then, Meridian shall stand and shadows shall fall. I swear it.
Here's to that, Uthid.
The Osram have gone too far this time. Dervahl should die for his crimes.
Elita, I'm pleased to see you, but what are you doing here?
I'm helping prepare for the battle. If Atral were here, we would have fought together. I know it. So I'm doing everything I can. Digging battlements, collecting herbs. Anything that makes a difference. I can't take his place. Nothing can take his place. But I'm here for him. For both of us.
I understand what it was he saw in you.
He'll always be with me. Sun and shadow still meet for a moment. Every dawn and dusk. I should give you this. To help in the battle. By the sun, I hope you don't need it.
Thank you, Elita. Be safe.
There's a guard under the last king.
Dang, there must be a person I must need to talk to. Oh.
Huh. So you must be Aloy then. I thought there'd be more of you.
More of me.
Thicker, I suppose. More of a gear wheel, less of a ringlet. Don't get me wrong, you're very well struck.
Do all Oseram flirt at the most inopportune times?
Inopportune? Battle hasn't even started yet. Petra Forge woman. I hail from the Free Heap. I'll be heading back in the next dust storm. Murad asked me to check over the city arsenal first. Cannons have aged well, but I've cleared their throats so they can really roar.
Can I try one?
Everybody wants a turn. Have at it then.
Oh, I wasn't expecting to do that. Okay, I need to go rest before the battle. So, I need to go back up here. Faster if I just fast travel. And as soon as I complete the story, and I'll head. If I don't get to it today, next Saturday I will start doing the DLC.
All the best goods here.
Sylens' apartment feels empty. Should I sleep? Did I leave anything unfinished?
What I should do is I should go back. I'm gonna go back to the fire and do a quick save. So that way, if anything goes wrong or happen, I will have a save to go back if I ever need to get more items. One of the things I like to do is always highly prepare so I know what I'm doing. But when I overlooked the one crucial part, like I said earlier with the PC, is I didn't think it would happen because I told that I wouldn't really need one of them, but apparently I do. In order for my new PC that I built, I need the card to use Wi-Fi, because where I stream from, it's a bit where it is compared to where the ISP router is. I could run I have a cable that's long enough to reach it. However, it goes past the doorway, and where like my parents and other family members go through. Where my parents and sister go through, they go through there constantly. So I can't really have the cable constantly there. Not to mention, we're going to be getting a puppy, and having a cord out is not very good when you are going to have a puppy in the house, because as anybody knows who's had a puppy, puppies like to chew on things, and it's not good to have a cord that's just sitting around, because any part of it that they can get a hold of, they will, and they'll chew it to shreds. Which is another reason why I need Wi-Fi. Plus, I mostly don't use wired connection. I use Wi-Fi for a lot of the stuff. Okay, here we go. We're at the start, the final battle. Well, at least story-wise, main story-wise battle.
Elizabeth, with a weight like this pressing on you. How did you, Rost, after you lost your family? Sylens? Are you there? Guess I shouldn't ask ghosts for advice.
Ma'am, there are signs from the west. Sun King Avad awaits you at the Temple of the Sun.
There we go.
Campfires, perhaps? Massing forces for the long march to the city gates?
That's not wood smoke.
And what is it?
The end. Or how it begins, anyway.
Oh, crap.
Deathbringers you spoke of?
To the guns! To the guns! Now!
By the sun, do as she says! Set loaded! All of you, be ready to fire! Will the guns hold them back?
We're about to find out. No! Rally the vanguard. Send reinforcements.
Aloy, no!
We need those guns.
He will cut you down!
Not this time!
You have vexed me long.
Spot's acting up. I hope.
Should have fought me in a sunlight then.
Okay, that didn't go so well, and also glitching. Fix this. See if I can put in signal. I don't know why it's doing this now.
Fear the power of the shadow.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Okay, and now. When this spot device when it does this, why you can't just stay on green? Okay, I think it's good now. Let's try that again.
Only endless night awaits you. Meridian must run red to be cleansed. Why do you fight? The end is inevitable.
Okay, that didn't do it, and also, why are you glitching again? Maybe third time's the charm?
A gift from the shadow.
You have vexed me long enough.
Should have fought me in a sun ring then.
Accept it. Accept it. Only endless night awaits you. Meridian must run red to be cleansed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one of the things they did when they made with Influence. When they made this, is their armor is the look the Greek.
keep firing, this bridge will go. More of this.
Oh,
What are you before the terror of the sun?
The one who will take you down.
I am chosen. You came from nothing. You will die on nothing. A savage cannot understand destiny.
Locked again.
Your fate was set. Die beneath the sun.
There we go.
I am chosen. This was not meant to be.
Chosen. Hades only chose you because you're a fool. A sadistic butcher, too stupid to see you were being used. Your whole life was a failure. And soon, no one will even remember you. Turn your face to the sun and think about that!
Part may be done, but we're not through just yet. Because we still have Hades to deal with. And before I do, I'm gonna see if I can dump any modifications. See which ones. They're really good, so I'm gonna dump ones I don't need. There. Okay. Let's see.
Good meat.
Where do you need me?
Take up a cannon on the platform.
Time to go. That hurt it.
South! They're coming from the south!
Oh, there's a whole lot of them this time.
Incoming. Gotta drop it and move. Here it comes. Better move. It's taking a shot at me.
No sign. A wall in the attack. Roll your arms, but be wary.
Chance to catch a breath and prepare.
and I'm dead. And also, and where it restarts me, I am gonna stop because it is at the time where the stream has to end, unfortunately.
A wall in the attack.
Okay, so this is where it stops. Okay, I'll finish this on next Saturday, because in that way it can start off with a bang on next Saturday stream, where we do the finale and do battle and then go straight on into the DLC. Okay, so let me just take us over to the chat and I'll look for somebody for us to raid. And we'll first turn this off. Okay, now let me just... Today was a good stream. We got a lot done on it, and also we're at a really good part in the story. I just wish I could time didn't run out, but and like I said, I am restricted by time. So let me see who's on, and we will rate them. See who's on. Yeah, okay, I think what we will do is we shall raid Chibi. We're gonna raid Chibi because I see others on, but some of them are large streamers, and I really don't, and I really am unfamiliar with the games they are playing. So I'm well, I rated Lord Commander before, but he's playing Elden Ring, and still everybody, a lot of them are playing Elden Ring. Yeah, Hades is gonna be fun. I can't wait to defeat Hades as well, because it proves you that just be machine, and because it's like the old saying, the good guys most of the time the good guys win. But we all know that even though I defeat him, it's not going to be the end, because there's still a Forbidden West to get through. There's still a Forbidden West to do, which I don't have yet. But when I do get Forbidden West, I can guarantee you I am playing that. It's going to go right here in this spot. If I don't get Horizon by the time I finish, if I don't get Forbidden West by the time I finish Horizon, Zero Dawn, I'll have Tales of Arise or Scarlet Nexus. That is what will be taking the place of Horizon. And again, we could, let me see. Dima is on, and she's playing something called Moon Hunters. I don't know that game. Let me see if I can change, see what the game looks like, and maybe we'll rate her instead. That's not the one I clicked on. But while I'm waiting for the stupid tab to work, do its job, I'll get the raid message set up. I don't know why with Horizon I always get to leave out the I at the end. And collapse. So I think what we'll do instead, it seems like to be an interesting game. I don't know what Moon Hunters is per se. I've never played it, but instead we're gonna raid Dima the Duchess. Okay. She's a vampire VTuber, and I really enjoy her streams. So, well, I'm gonna send you all over to her cut. Damn it, I don't know. Yeah, let's just today, let's just raid Dima. I have a hard time choosing sometimes, but I think today we will raid Dima. Okay, there it goes. It's going through. I'd like to thank everybody who came today to the stream. I hope you all enjoyed watching me take on the machines and getting through the story. I will be back tomorrow with Genshin because I actually was going to try last Sunday to play Genshin, but my hotspot wasn't working, so I couldn't play. But hopefully tomorrow it will still be working, and I can get through some more Genshin. Hopefully level up and get to where I can only maybe get some more wishes so I can do the Miko, since I'm pretty sure the time for Miko has probably already gone, so I can't even tempt. But hopefully Gun is available to try to get. But with that, I will say good night, evening, afternoon, morning, whatever it is in your time zone. Good night, and I will see everybody later.